Hello, everyone. Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys, ladies and gentlemen, everybody is doing well. I have a very interesting topic today, homestay dead trend. Let's have a little bit of an insight and discussion. Of course, I'm going to talk from a perspective of traditional classic Ukrainian woman. So it's not for everybody. It's for those people who would like to know the perspective of somebody different. And of course, in a family, people decide what works for them, right? In every family, husband and wife gonna decide what work for them. It's not. I'm not telling what people need to do. I'm just sharing with you the insight, and you guys share your opinion. And I'm very interested to hear what men think about being a homestay dad, because I know exactly how I feel about it, but I'm really curious how men feel about that. I think we have, of course, different nationalities, different mentalities, but also we have different kinds of people. And my point, I just want to warn you, is not to put anybody down. Every person choose for themselves. So, but things have been, I think, I don't remember but exact numbers, but I believe in 2015, it was, or 14, it was almost 2 million stay-home dads. And I think now it's up to 7 million in US. And I was just thinking about this, how different men and women look at relationships here compared to in Ukraine. In Ukraine, it's really something that is unheard of. For the most part, it's something that not only the Ukrainian wife would not accept it, but I think the last person that could ever accept to be a stay-home dad would be the husband. Staying home dad is a dad who is staying home, taking care of kids, cooking, takes them to activities, taking them to doctor, and the mother, so the wife is providing. So while he is taking care of them, um, whether it's one kid or many, so the wife is out there making living, so the mortgage gets paid and the bills gets paid. So I want to hear from you what you think about it. Feel free to share. My opinion is this. I think that in a classic family, there is a polarity between wife and husband. When the man wants to be a provider, when he wants to be remembered, and he to his kids as somebody who went out there and make things happen, that is definitely not an option to stay in the house. Because the idea of a woman being outside, hustling, working for another man, doing the things, basically carrying the weight, carrying the stress, making business solutions, or how to say this. It's the end of the day. This is how a tired woman looks like. And imagine the woman that's been working all day, resolving problems, creating solutions, doing her things to provide for entire family. And she comes home and her husband is sitting on the couch and eating snacks and watching movies, and she opens the door. Do you think that she will see a strong man and somebody she wants to feel like a woman with? I don't think so. I really don't think so. And from once again, I'm not trying to be right or convince somebody. I'm just telling you how it feels. I think it's a nightmare become true if once again the woman comes, like she has a day full of business meetings, things to do, money to make, appointments to follow, and she's the only income source and breadwinner, and she come home and her husband is in his PJs, just sloppy, sitting in a lazy boy chair, and he's supposedly watching kids. I can guarantee you she's gonna be mad. And even though she might say it's okay, but after a while it's not gonna be okay. She will start to resent him and hate him. I mean, hate in meaning like really strongly resent him, even if she will try to stay nice. If she is attracted to a real man, this situation cannot last. I understand if sometimes you find yourself, like you guys say, between jobs, and I really wish you would not say that expression because it sounds really weak, and it sounds very like you have no a power over your situation. Never say that. Say, I am in active search. I am creating a new opportunity. But when you're so called in between jobs, what you called, which means you were fired, really. But if you have that and you have a month where you go to interviews or you're working on a new project and you have some hours when you want to spend time with your own kids, that's totally different. When you have a project, maybe you are a marketer and you have maybe couple hours of kids uh, being watched by somebody else, and you have the luxury of maybe watch them because you've done your project, maybe you're doing something online. It can work for a while, but honestly, for the traditional classic woman perspective, that expects your strengths, your initiative, that expects support, and having a leader in the family is not gonna work. It can only work in the case if you have a reversed role relationship where the woman clearly functioning as a man and you as a man taking functions as a woman. And I actually know some couples like that and some people like that. Uh, it can work only if your roles are completely reversed. So you started like that. You started to be a guy. You started as the guy that's basically have like a female role, and your wife is the one that's in the front row and doing things, and you're behind the scenes, you got your back. But if it works for you, it works for you. You probably even not gonna watch this video because it's what's been working for you. You are kind of that kind of guy that's um in that passive sort of role. But for the majority of people, it's really awful. And I'm also going to share some examples that I know that I think will explain this topic better. For example, I have some people that I consult and work with. If you guys know, I have a private consultation service that I do. And what I researched and I found out, the people that get hurt the most after the divorce, these are the men who actually were sort of homestay dads. So maybe they were not homestay dads full time, but they sacrifice their career so their wife can keep evolving in her career. But guess what? Then she changed her mind. She's making a lot more money than you. She's not respecting you. And then in many cases, you get a divorce. And you can't get those years back in terms of developing your financial situation, developing your status, and working on your career, you were a backup for your wife. Usually it's other way around, and I'm not saying that it's fair for a woman to, we're gonna talk about women later. So, but it's just the other side of the medal when men become sort of, victim of this home stay dead mentality. And I can tell you that these men that stayed home, so called, or were on a backup and taking care of kids more, a lot of them are truly wounded and they have very hard time recovering because they did not evolve and they never get as in their careers, and they never get any respect or recognition for it. um so, but guys, remember, when you agreed to something, that was your choice. So it's, you gotta take responsibility. When you're not taking responsibility for your action, you becoming that very man child. So you gotta be responsible. We all make mistakes. We all sometimes mess up our own lives. It's just part of this experience on this planet. So coming back to the main topic, for a classic woman, the man is a provider. The man is not staying in bed while his wife is running around and trying to things happen, make things happen, and bills paid. That's just not acceptable. Another thing, I've heard feminists talking about, oh, dads can be so nurturing and they are so sweet with the kids. um, we are talking right now more about early child development, and I have a question. If dads are so nurturing, why they don't have breast? If the nature would not intend for the woman to take the most care in the early development, why is that? uh you know Men doesn't carry that. Women were made to be able to nourish the children. It's more natural for the woman to do that. And by any meaning, I'm not trying to discourage the man from parenthood. Doing things with your kids, helping, not just helping, but being a parent, getting up at night, doing it's, you decide to how much you can be involved. The wife that loves you, if she knows you have super important stuff at work, she's not gonna let you stay up all night. But maybe on a weekend you could. It's all about collaboration and supporting each other. And I understand sometimes it can be reversed for a short period of time. But what I'm trying to say and make a point with, guys, without, making jokes and laughs about this, I literally heard that woman say how nurturing and sweet dads are. And once again, if dads were meant to be watching babies, they would have breasts. They would have um, special equipment to nurture them. You know what I'm saying? And they do not. And let's not to make these jokes about guys who are out of shape. um Trying to emasculate men is not going to help anybody. And I feel that staying home dad is another way to say, oh yes, we are totally the same. Men and women are totally the same. And men can stay home and be nurturing. It's another way to take most important things that define men as a man. Yes, hit the like button. Thank you. I feel that is uh, absolutely awful thing to do, and no man that I know and respect would ever do that. Um, and if you're a man who has sons, what do you think your sons will learn from you staying home with them nurturing them, why the woman in the family is out there uh, working hard, not just working hard, but being the provider in the family, taking risks, taking decisions, resolving issues, and bring you food, um, I don't think that it's a great example. I've heard another story where the man kind of lost the job, and the lady was so smart to not um, let him stay home. She said, I could go to work and let him just, take his time. But instead, she said, I don't want to take his pride from being a provider. I don't want to do that to him. So I'm going to let him figure it out. And from my own experience, if you want to ruin the man, give him money, help him to pay the bill, help him to fix some of his problems. It's a very weak point of view. I'm not talking even about the job itself right now, but what I learned and what I had observed is when women are trying to solve men's problem, they make a disservice to everybody. Men are capable in solving their problem, their career issues, their financial issues, their relationship issues. Yes, you might need to have a discussion. Yes, you need to support your man and know that you believe in him and you got his back. It's not about leaving somebody in a hard moment or, you know, betraying them in any way. It's about showing him that you completely trust 100% that he is in power to resolve all of that and you got his back. So that's the main points that I would like to make. So I hope that this makes sense to you guys. I'm going to read some of your comments. I knew it's going to be a great topic, and there might be more videos coming out on this one. Sorry, guys, I'm sometimes lose it. It's what? It's almost 9 o'clock. So I just imagined this power of resentment that any Ukrainian woman, especially unprepared woman, would see a guy on a couch that is sort of, working. Immediately she will lose the trust toward him and she will lose the respect and desire and desire toward him, because something happens, guys, what feminists don't understand. When woman is trying to be 50-50 or she takes over, the polarity is going completely downhill. And I feel that to have that passion and spark and all these beautiful things that relationship gives us, it's having that polarity. I can tell you for sure the woman does not have a desire for the man who cannot protect and provide. She doesn't have any sexual desire. And Ukrainian and Russian and feminine women, they are not your buddies. I noticed a lot of times in average American family, husband and wife are buddies. Because women are working, and a lot of American women are working very hard. And here in Midwest, where I live, yes, many of them don't take care of themselves in terms of looks and appearance, but a lot of them work very hard, and they don't get an opportunity to stay home or have more time for themselves. And they are buddies. They have body and body relationship. I'm not big about on homosexual on and gay families, not big on that at all. But what is the difference when the boys or girls are raised by two parents and it has this sort of homosexual energy? Because when two parents, there is a dad that's, if he's a man, okay, good, if he has this, if he's a provider. But if he's 50-50, it's like you almost in a family where it's two guys. Because if women do not spend any time nourishing their kids, playing with them, if it's girls, trying the outfits, reading, dancing, doing all these things, if there is no feminine, once again, you are in very like narrow, I don't want to say monogamous, monotone family where there is, once again, there is no polarity and there is no feminine energy, because it's two bodies living together, and sometimes man is more feminine than the woman. So there is nothing great about it. There is absolutely nothing great about it. So women are stressed all the time, and when women are stressed, I talked about it in my other videos, the levels of cortisol almost completely block all the sexual desires. So, they stopped dressing this, they stopped dieting, they stopped working out, they stopped dancing, they stopped doing makeup. They become in your body. And, having sex with your body is weird. Having sex with a friend is weird. When it's only a friend, when you don't have any other feelings toward the other person. So that is my main point, that, yes, you want to have your best friend, but you also want to have somebody that feel affection toward you. And when women are dull and they are stressed out and they forget, I mean, literally in my town, it takes somebody to die for people to dress up. I told you that. And dressing up it's an expression of that energy. When a woman is dressing up and she put her earrings on, when she does something, it's an expression of her femininity and sexuality. So when she stops doing that, when things are getting casual, she becoming more manly, the guy becoming more feminine, and it's all mixes together, and they are becoming like two dudes by the energy in the home. How is that different than being raised by homosexuals? So, I mean, not to, bring more trouble to these topics, but this is true. Very often there is no difference between man and a woman, and it's not the best thing that kids can see. And once again, when you take care of your family, your kids seeing that as an example. So let me get to the videos. Videos. This is what happens with a woman that had a full day of work. Brian, what do you mean I arguing about my own service? I'm not sure what you understand. What do you mean by that? By the way, guys, I'm now scrolling your comments. I'm gonna read them. So I have some very long videos. I have some half an hour videos, an hour videos. So what I've decided to do. So some of you are definitely here right now, and you come into my live video, you support my live video, so you can watch it as the video is on live. I am working on developing more activities and more fun things going on my Patreon account. And I think it would be good if I just keep the YouTube videos shorter. So for those who join later, they can just see the part of the video, and if they want to see, more into depth answered questions, they can go to Patreon and watch them. I think this will reward some of you guys who put effort and show up and support, and some of you who are already on my Patreon, and it will give a general idea to everybody else. So that's what I was thinking, because also YouTube showed the preference for the shorter videos anyway. But when you have a really short video, often you do not have the more insightful details and so on. Brian, I appreciate your comments, but this that doesn't make any sense. Um, it's like, okay, if I need to go to dentist, should I help myself, or should I hire or pay for the dental service? So what I'm doing is service. Men not supposed to know everything that women want and need. So I understand what you were trying to say, but I don't think that I'm arguing with my own service, because when I need somebody to help me, I try to find a person. I'm not trying to do everything myself. Oh, thank you so much, Zahan Gaza. He says, you have one of the most organic YouTube channels. Very good info. Thank you so much. Yeah, my channel is totally organic. I have no advertisement or no campaigns or anything like that. So I don't even know how you guys find me. But another reason why I would like to bring more video content to Patreon, so we can have discussions and we can have private live shows there, and you can get in and start membership. I think it starts from $2, which is nothing really. If you need the content. If you don't need the content, oh well, you can just watch all the free stuff. But I feel that it's a lot of cool things can happen when people can openly share and comment and do all that. So thank you so much anyways. Huh. Well, I don't think I'm really giving fish, Brian, but thank you. Anyway, I got your point. I got your point. Thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate your encouragement. And guys, as I was talking, I saw your messages popping was saying yes, 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 I agree when I was talking about the whole nonsense of staying home dads. Meanwhile, hi Bob, hey Stan, good to see you. Lance, Chuck, Bellas, everybody. Yes, so everybody, Michael. Thank you for sharing your opinions and comments. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, let me tell you a secret. Staying home is so much harder than going to work. It is so much harder because when you go to work, you're gonna get certain amount of money. You're gonna get certain respect. You're gonna get certain results that you can see. When you stay at home, a lot of times men, at least in Ukrainian husbands feel that sometimes, and that you're doing nothing, that you just sit there all day. And I've been there and I've done that, and I can tell you that the hardest job I ever took was a stay-at-home mom, because it has a lot of things, including it's mentally challenging, to stay normal up here, and to be able, if you have a business and a child, or if you just maybe you change the country, whatever it is, it's very challenging. So I would say go to work. Go to work. Do not stay at home, because it is. And but women are more adjustable, we are more adaptable, so we can play with a baby, and then we can go, if he falls asleep, in ideal world we can go and maybe take a class online, or or I don't know, make some video content, or create. I started my Etsy shop, where it's an online shop where I sell stuff. I started that when my son was very little, just because I wanted to do something. But men are not as adjustable, men are not as adaptive, and sometimes when men stay home, they give that vibe of, I can't explain, it's like very strange vibe. And you know how you can always define a person who doesn't work, you know people, unless they're self-employed and they know how to come and dress and be on a regiment, how you can always, yes, they go crazy, exactly. You always can spot a person that used to work and then they don't work, because they're gonna come, they're gonna have spots on their shirt, it's gonna be wrinkly, they're gonna look tired because they stay up all night, they ate bad food, it's a mess. Unfortunately, I've seen that. So, and it's extreme repellent, it's a huge repellent for the sexual energy. I can tell you, as a woman, that's the worst thing. Even if you have money in the bank, but you have this energy of being couch man, no woman will want you. It's just like it is. It's just, it's a energetical thing. It's thing that you can't explain. Because when you go out there and you face challenge and you come with scars and you were doing something, it has the opposite effect. We want to calm you down, we want to relax you, we want to show our appreciation that you go out there in the world and fight for us and bring it home. And this is where desire born, and it's strong. So don't ever doubt that. Thank you guys for the kind words. Okay, wow. Um oh yeah, now you're talking. Thanks, Brian. Contribute to taking risk for money. Okay, I'm gonna look some more. Okay, Ukrainian life. Yeah, Stan, if you're retired, that's very different. We're talking about, men with young children and stuff. Thank you guys. I'm glad you find value in my videos. A lot more to come. A lot more things to discuss. I'm very happy to be helpful. Huh. Okay. I'm just reading some comments. Maybe I should read them out loud. There was a lady commenting, but I don't see her right now. The glamour Uber YouTuber. I thanks for your comments. Now they are somewhere up. Yeah, guys, once again, it can only work if the couple were reversed roles from the beginning. There are couples like that where woman is a man and man is a woman. But if they are reversed at the same time, it can work. But usually it's a bit more complicated than that. And, women start to resent the man that doesn't help. So, yeah, I'm reading the stuff about the cooking and this and that. Um, yeah, I'm not saying that men should not participate in in the families, that he should just not do anything. It's called parenting. You have to spend child with your time, and if you love cooking, if you love doing stuff, if you absolutely, it's absolutely encouraged. It's absolutely awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Hey Lawrence, you're hilarious. I want to be a president of love. I want people to get along and be happy, or just live better lives. Yes, you see, men should definitely take risks and go out there. When you let your woman do these things, she just doesn't look at you as a man, and she will find another man who is stronger than you. That's what's gonna happen. Thank you for the kind words, guys. I really appreciate it. Lawrence is saying today's Western philosophy is backwards. America was a great concerning society in 30s, 40s, 50s. Nowadays, men and women in America are confused about their roles. Yes, this is true. Men are confused, women are confused, and it's not helping. It's not helping anybody, because men are getting weaker, women getting stronger, but everybody is losing. Everybody is losing in this game. Well, Stan, first of all, his wife will lose respect for him. And once again, not only respect, but any kind of desire, any kind, I mean, it just kills everything. I've observed a lot of things in life, guys. I'm not talking from the books. I read books, but stuff that I'm talking about, I know what I'm talking about, so I want to share that. Brian is saying, the thing is, Veronica, you are helpful, but moreover, your personality, and we love interacting with you. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that, and I really enjoy the interaction with you because it gives me the feedback and connection. Yeah, Brian, you're gonna have a hard time to find a good dress, but if you need help, I can help you to find a nice fur. So yeah, cooking is great. Doing things for your family is great, and sometimes you have to take temporary decisions. But guys, you are given something powerful from the nature, is to be the provider, be the leader, show your strengths, um, show an example how to protect, and when you stick with that, everybody wins. Everybody wins. Why do you think women are so attracted to men who doing dangerous work, men who wear uniforms, men who fight, doing all these dangerous professions? Because there is, it's just extremely attractive. I can tell you as a woman how attractive it is. The men that take risk and use their strengths every day and doing something that we can't do or we choose not to do. A lot of us can do these things that men do, but why? Why? I would so much rather see men doing that and feeling good about themselves. Lots of comments today. Okay. Yin and yang, exactly. Yeah, it's just, I was actually watching Steve Harvey. He has his Hey Steve show, and they're like short episodes, like 3 5 minutes. And he was asking that question, and you don't even need him to answer. You just need to see his face. It's I'll post it I'll post the link maybe on a Patreon or here too as well, or you can just look it up on YouTube. Steve Harvey on Staying Home Dads, and just his face. I think there are 2 or 3 short videos, and his face, like I was just laughing my butt off. I mean, he really didn't see on compromising and becoming a homeboy, So, uh, question about, is it healthy to find a woman who reminds you of your ex? No, it's not. It's different if you like certain type, but if you're specifically looking for somebody who is reminding you of your ex, like I never look for anybody who reminds me of anybody who I don't want to be with. Um, but we can have certain appearance you're attracted to, but if you will look for I don't even think about the ex, or shall I say, you should not be thinking about your ex when you're out there looking for a new relationship. You gotta come to a point of a clean slate. Where you're a clean slate, you don't even remember your ex. You gotta do some work, Lawrence. With all my respect, and we've been in contact for a while since you started actively watching my videos. um, you have to just go for what you like and what attracts you, what's exciting for you, but don't even think about that. Maybe you're not ready for relationship yet, because that's just one of those signs. X is in the past for a reason. So, guys, thank you so much for coming and writing all those great comments today. Um, it's really nice. I read almost all of them, but I won't read them all out loud. So I have not the best lighting today, but Veronica has discovered a reason for murder, to dress up. Oh gosh. I'm glad you guys had fun and laughed. I'm just scrolling through the comments. So anyway, well, Lawrence, if you're ready for a new relationship, why you keep bringing up your ex? You don't want to have somebody with the qualities like your ex. Lawrence, let's make it for another video. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Yes, I'm glad you understood me what I meant. That's great. I'm glad you got my point. So guys, I gotta go. Somebody is waiting for me. So I just get a little note. I gotta go. Thank you so much for being with me. And so I am recovering my VIP club through the Patreon. So we're gonna gather a new group. So I think Lawrence, you were asking, and somebody else. I have some emails. So if you wanna join my VIP, you gotta consider joining the Patreon, and we will connect, and we can have all these discussions as we do right now, but in a private setting and with a live chat, and just having that community that all of us need sometimes. So with that being said, guys, from Michigan with love, I will see you very soon, and we'll discuss more topics. Feel free to share some more stuff. And I'm very glad that I have real men on a call that know